Hello everyone, after just a few hours and about $19 later, I'm back with another big haul from the bargain bins. Starting off with some VHS, we have a couple of good older kids stuff. We have Fraggle Rock with the Muppets, a couple episodes of Fraggle Rock, great show, and The Real Ghostbusters. That's 3 episodes of that classic 80s cartoon. And speaking of classics, from the Marx Brothers collection, we have Coconuts and Horse Feathers, as well as a few volumes of the Best of Saturday Night Live, the classics, episodes and clips of some favorite skits and things from 75 to 80. Then we have an older Warner Clamshell release of Arthur, and this was an interesting one that I started picking up, and I was like, I don't recognize what this is. I'm actually going to look at what this is, but it's a complete set of six of the Leroy Van Dyke Show, which is like a country music thing. Never heard of this person before, but there's something about it that made me think I should look it up, and it was definitely worth getting this set of 6 that's now kind of out of print, not really released or re-released, a TV show. And then this sealed the collector's edition with the camel of the Prince of Egypt. Interesting little VHS set. One of those kind of things that someone will probably buy more for the display in their collection than for like the watching. And then a tower of DVDs, starting off with a bunch of kids stuff and a bunch of family movies. We have one, the Best of the Wiggles. It has a lot of songs, actually, a really long song list for that. And this entire stack is all Sesame Street, and they're all in really good condition. I always check, especially little kids' TV shows and stuff like Sesame Street, the back of the disc before I even leave, because those are more than likely to have been handled by a young child and could be destroyed. These are all pristine, and we have a couple of generic Sesame Street whatever, and a lot of Elmo, so I'll probably do a big Elmo lot at some point. But we have Follow That Bird with a few extra special features for some Sesame Street stuff. We have 1, 2, 3 Count With Me, which is interesting that, to me, when I see the title of Sesame Street, 1, 2, 3 Count With Me, why would Ernie be on the cover instead of the count? It's kind of odd, even though, there are some counting stuff with Ernie, which is weird. And this is a double feature with the 1, 2, 3 Count With Me and Learning About Letters, and a triple feature sing-along, and then the rest are all a big stack of more Elmo-related. I was old enough that I kind of predated Elmo taking over Sesame Street. I don't remember when he very first appeared, but I don't even remember Elmo being around when I was very, very little. And then my brother was of the age of the Elmo kids, where Elmo started taking over Sesame Street, and he was really little and got the Tickle Me Elmo for his birthday one year. So that's how I really know Elmos, through my younger siblings. So a whole stack of that. So that was a really great thing, and good to get right now, pop it up right before the Christmas rush comes to a close. A few more weeks of that going on. Sonic Boom, all those volumes of that. The Box Trolls. So there's a bunch of individual ones. El Dorado, and then again a lot of stuff like that. Elmo, Finding Nemo, that will go in more of a family movie or kids movie a lot. Music Man, Racing Stripes, Kermit's Swampy Ears. A Ratatouille bonus disc. It's a Walmart exclusive. It's all Food Network people, and cooking and stuff with Patton Oswalt and different stuff related to Ratatouille. Peter Cottontail, Mr. Popper's Penguins, Dragon Hunters. Franklin and the Secret Club includes 5 different Franklin stories. Then we have Merry Winter Wish with Thomas and Friends, Thomas the Tank Engine, SpongeBob Movie, Barnyard, Tad the Lost Explorer, Beauty and the Beast, and a Blu-ray DVD combo of Cinderella, and a bunch of stuff that's not kids' movies. French Kiss, Beyonce B-Day Anthology Video Album, Rundown, a 4 films Hallmark Entertainment movie collection, Water for Elephants, The Holiday, This one I thought maybe Amanda would be interested in watching with me until I looked at the back and it's dubbed, which is kind of, maybe I'll still check it out. But The Prince, the Witch, and the Mermaid. It actually looks like it might be fairly interesting, but again, on the back, it does say that it's fully dubbed in English, which I don't know, I prefer it wasn't, but who knows. Every once in a while, it's actually good for an entertainment and good for a laugh. Guardians of the Galaxy, Gangster Squad, Stonehurst Asylum, Sons of Anarchy, Season 1, a 4-film Late Night Laughs Volume 2 as Tommy Boy, The Wedding Singer, Black Sheep, and Night at the Roxbury. Dreamcatcher, a Laurel and Hardy Collector's Edition set, a whole bunch of Laurel and Hardy shorts, a ton of them, and then it has Utopia and The Flying Deuces, the RKO Pictures movie, Austin Powers 3-film collection. And then this is Abraxas and Laser Mission, so a double feature of some B-movie action sci-fi movies. No Good Deed, Cabin Fever with this lenticular cover. So let's see, America's Greatest Unsolved Mysteries and Crimes. It has 10 different episodes and 60 different cases of mysteries and crimes, unsolved mysteries. How interesting. Set, Bad Moms, Libertine, Virginia's Run, In Love and War, Fur, Forever Young, The Woodsman, Cowboys and Aliens, Alex and Emma, The Very Best of Lucy, Insurgent, Deck the Halls, The Way, Way Back, 7 Days in Utopia, and a couple of Blu-rays. We have Alpha and Omega, and a few of the Hunger Games movies, Catching Fire and Mockingjay Part 1 Blu-ray DVD combos. Only one video game find, this Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator 2. And then a bunch of music finds and a few decent book finds. We have Selena, Carrie Underwood, Greatest Hits, Kenny Vance, and the Planetones, The Best of Santana, Louis Armstrong, The Bee Gees, Greatest. Actually just sold a copy of that recently. And we have Santana's Greatest Hits, different Santana release. Everybody's Getting Some, Junior Wells. Barry White, The Icon is Love. Mel Torme, Luck Be a Lady, the Velvet Fog. Stevie Wonder collection. Kings of Spanish Guitar. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. A collection of songs with a Yo-Yo Ma. Sarah Vaughan, After Hours. Dave Brubeck's Greatest Hits. Linda Ronstadt, Greatest Hits Volume 2. And here's Volume 1. Then we have Those Wonderful Years, Mr. Sandman, a bunch of collection of songs from the 20s through the 50s. And then we have the last recordings of Artie Shaw, Rare and Unreleased. 2-disc set. And one audiobook set that was interesting to pick up for cassette. We have Martin Shaw doing the complete and unabridged The Silmarillion. It's a big old multi-cassette tape set. And there were a few other Tolkien-related finds there as well today. Found volumes, I think, 3, 4, and 5, of the History of Middle-earth. So 3, 4, and 5. And this nice box set, this Christopher Tolkien set. It is the history of the Lord of the Rings. It includes The Return of the Shadow, The Treason of Isengard, The War of the Ring, and The End of the Third Age. It's an interesting. I've actually never read any of those. So I've not read all of the extended stuff beyond, just The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Silmarillion, a couple other things here and there, but there's a lot more out there for Lord of the Rings. One David Weber and Linda Evans Bean sci-fi series Hell's Gate. One giant tome. Just a couple of kids' books. We have a Goosebumps Horrorland and Berenstain Bears, and a small set of books, The Puppy Place and Santa's Paws. So for the kid who loves dogs, do a little set there. And then this is a Pango book if I ever saw one, All Just Glass. As well as The Origin of Species, Charles Darwin, 150th Anniversary Edition. And Earth Witch, Ancient Shamanic Wisdom for Healing Yourself, Others, and the Planet. Somehow, I don't trust this guy. When I picture this book and an interest in the subject, that's not the image of an author that I get for this. I don't know. I picture a very hippie-looking lady. That's what I picture, not this dude. He is a soul healer, a shamanic practitioner, an ordained minister, and a licensed psychotherapist. What is this guy? But interesting. So that was all the stuff from this morning. A ton of great stuff. If you missed it, had to pick up with WandaVision. Finally, some Disney Plus stuff is coming out physically, and more of that stuff coming down the line. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you around.